Hello, my Vibe Tribe. Welcome to the Daily Vibe. Oh, it is Thursday. Things to think on Thursday, and I forgot to grab my cards. Sorry. Let's see. What do we got? Let's just do mindful messages, and the universe has your back. First and foremost, thank you to everybody yesterday for your kind messages on and off the vibe. Excuse my hair today. I'm just, it's doing its own thing today. But, of course, after I tamed them and straightened them. But good morning, Debbie Hall. I hope you are feeling better today. Your migraine's finally going away. So, anyways, yeah, I just want to thank everybody for all their kind words yesterday and for really kind of just making me feel better about a very, very bad situation. And it's it's funny, this card was upside down in the deck, so I think I'm going to read that one too while I shuffle. But anyways, it was definitely a bombshell I had not planned on sharing. And I've literally been sitting with these thoughts since the end of the vibe yesterday. Good morning, T. Good morning, baby sibling. Oh, good morning, older sibling. She did make it on. So anyways, yeah, so to everybody for your kind thoughts, I thank you so much. Debbie, don't worry about it, girl. You were hurting, and I totally get it. As you know, sibling, Laura has RSD as well, so we get it. We totally get it. Migraines are a bitch. But I hope you're feeling better today. But yeah, I just want to thank everybody for all the kindness that was kind of thrown in my direction. And not the response I thought I would get. I've literally, baby sibling asked me how I was doing last night, and I told her, I said, I am literally sitting in the emotions of shame and relief. So shameful that I don't know why I'm ashamed. It was a choice I made, and I was telling older sibling this morning, I said, there's one thing I didn't share, is that after I shared how, my boyfriend told me he'd break up with me if it wasn't something I would do, afterwards, when I was feeling terrible, and I really needed compassion and empathy, he told me, well, it was your choice all along. And, it was in the end, and I think that's why I carried that burden. But, I made, I don't know, there's no excuses. I made my choice, and I'm not going to lie, that person that I was involved with at the time was a very big part of my decision-making process, and I think that just compounded the shame. Good morning, Sammy. So, anyways, to everybody, I appreciate it. I thank you. I do know I kind of did a little symbolic thing yesterday with emotional eating to try and put the kibosh on it. And, because I needed to say goodbye to it. And this morning I woke up and I thought, oh, what kind of bad, unhealthy choices do I want to make today? Well, that's not exactly what I said. What I was saying is naming off different places I thought I could go eat today. And I thought, don't go backwards. You're moving forward. Don't go backwards. Make the right choices. Make the better choices. And I realized it's because for quite a long time, emotional eating has been that toxic friend of mine that, when I was unhappy or when I was sad for whatever reason, it's like, just eat something. You'll feel better, and I didn't grow up that way. Laura was like, it's like my big fat Greek wedding, right? Where it's like, here, eat this, you'll feel better. And it's like, Hawaiians can be that way. There was a meme I saw going around about Filipinos, and it's true. You walk into an auntie's house, are you hungry? And that's how we say, I love you. It's how we say I love you. Are you hungry? And I was just telling Laura today when my dad and I popped in on my aunt and uncle, and my aunt's like, oh, she's all, babe, do you want, I was literally eating all the carrots off of the veggie platter, and she's like, oh, do you want some chips? No, not really. She's like, oh, you want a glass of wine? Well, no, I probably shouldn't. Okay, I'll make you one. So we we partook together. But anyways, baby sibling, help me find a card, will you? Or did I? Oh, there's one. Okay, thank you. It's like, good Lord, girl, pick one already. But yeah, I'm smiling now, but there's still a lot of pain and hurt going on inside of me, and my smile is genuine. My smile is genuine because I think I'm finally healing through all of this, but it's not gonna go away overnight. It is a thing, and it's my thing to deal with, and I will deal with it. And this time I won't turn my back on it. I will make sure that it gets nurtured and taken care of in a very healthy way. So, and I think that's the most important part, is just taking care of it in a healthy way. And I don't want to promote diet culture, but because I don't think diet culture works. In fact, it makes people worse. And I think when you deprive yourself, sometimes that makes it worse. So I need to find the balance in the things that I really enjoy, because I'm not a foodie in the sense that most people would think of a foodie, but I do like trying new things. And, it's not always. I mean, sometimes I do like what I like and what I don't like. Like the next time I go to Tucson, I want to go to sushi with baby sibling, because, it's something I didn't used to like, but maybe it's something I could like now. But, yeah, exactly. It's exactly what T said. She said it in our group chat too. Diet starts with the word die. And that's, it kind of is. It really kills your, well, baby sibling says it's a lifestyle change, and it is, but dieting and lifestyle change are two different things. They are not the same. When you make a lifestyle change just because you want to be healthier, when you diet, it's because you think you're fat. And that's the whole reality of it. You think you're fat. So good morning, Leanne. And, okay, so let's see what Debbie has to say. I've learned through life coach class to just sit with it and see why it is there. We can then accept that it no longer serves us. Then we can let go of it. Yes, exactly. And that's what I've been doing. That is exactly what I've been doing. That's what my therapist told me a long time ago, that sometimes you just have to sit with it. And baby sibling told me, she's like, you have to figure out your why. There was a long time ago when I had this one boyfriend, and, we liked to drink together, and it almost became a problem for me. And so I nipped it in the bud, and not a problem since. So, it really is a lifestyle change. But I just wanted to clarify to the people out there that dieting and lifestyle changes are two different things. When you do a lifestyle change, you are changing everything that you're doing. You are taking the things that you love and you're making them more of a treat, like when you go out or when you want to go out and do things, whereas depriving yourself, because, I can't be fat. And I have suffered from body dysmorphia, and I have suffered from emotional eating, and it's time to say goodbye to my toxic friend, because I think it is not, obviously, healthy for me, mentally or physically. So, baby sibling, pick a card already. So, she's usually good at making these damn things fly out of the deck. But, you're slacking today, girl. But yeah, so again, I want to thank everyone for all the support yesterday. It means a lot to me. Funny that Leanne was on, because I'm not going to share too much because it's her private business, but her and I had a really good chat yesterday, like a text chat, and she was just very encouraging. Don't give up. Keep pushing forward. When someone tells you no, do it anyway, and keep fighting for what you want. And I think for me that really, really helps, because a lot of times we are told no, and then we give up, but it might be something we really, really want. So for me, I'm not sure why, right, baby sibling. She's all, sorry, I'm so spacey. I hope you're feeling better as well. But yeah, so Leanne was really sweet, and she gave me this, she told me this whole story, and I was like, God, she's so encouraging. This is the one that I told you guys beat cancer. I mean, my poor baby cousin, not even mid-30s yet, and she gets cancer, but she whooped its ass in true Lucas form. So, very proud of her. And like I said, the talk that she gave me yesterday, this is why I love these girls, because you watch them grow up and then they turn around and they're the profound ones with you. So, and I'm just going to pull that one because I'm tired of shuffling. So anyways, let's just get rolling. Let's get rolling, kids. So this was the one that was upside down in my deck, and it says opportunities for growth. Everything is happening for me and my evolution. I am not a victim of the things that happen. I take ownership of my life and make the best of the challenges along my journey. I see how difficult moments help me to become my best version, and I am thankful for them. I do not think it was a mistake that this card was upside down in the deck. I feel like it's speaking to me, and like, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like little lines coming out. I feel like those are the extra parts of me that just need to go bye-bye. Like I said, there was this voice in the back of my head saying, well, what great things are we going to eat today? And it's like, no, I'm not craving them. I really don't want them. It is a habit, and it's a habit I need to break. So that's my thing for today. Infinite creativity. At any moment, I am able to tap into an infinite source of energy and creativity within me. Unique ideas flow through, each one capable of blossoming into beautiful creations. That sounds fun. So, maybe that's it. Sometimes the opportunities for growth along your journey have to do with infinite creativity. If there's something that you're trying not to do because it's bad for you, it's a bad habit or bad for your health or something, just try to sit down with yourself and fight through all the voices in your head and, just come up with something you love. If you love playing music or writing music, play and write music. If you love writing, write. If you love coloring, color. I'm not going to lie, today I have a coloring book coming that says something like hands off, this is my fucking coloring book. I know, I'm so bad. But I pulled another one, so tune in. Today, before doing what I normally do, I will take a moment to slow down, to place my hands at my heart space and take a few deep breaths. I will ask myself what I truly want, and I will honor however I am feeling. These cards are 100% everything I'm going through, and perhaps 100% everything else everyone's going through. There's always opportunities for growth, even when you feel like there is not opportunities for growth. I posted the joy card yesterday, like journey into happiness or joy to happiness. I can't remember which one it was, but it was the one where it says write down 10 things and then go do one, right? And somebody put on there, I won't say who, but somebody commented and said, every time I go to my joy, it leads to, bad things. And so I just told her it's perspective. When you have things you need to heal, it is not going to be easy. And that's why a lot of us make the mistakes that we make. That's why a lot of us sometimes will do the things we do, because we don't want to face that pain. I emotionally ate for X amount of years because I didn't want to say the thing. But now I'm able to say what happened. I'm able, Sibling and I were talking about it over coffee this morning, and I literally just blurted it out. It's like, oh, there was no tears behind that. And, it's not my proudest moment in my life. It's certainly not ranking in any high proud moments. It is literally probably number one on the list of things that I'm ashamed of that I've done. But baby sibling told me yesterday there might be somebody out there that needs that. And it's like I said, for the people that didn't catch this yesterday, when I was 22 years old, I had an abortion. And it was a whole cry fest yesterday during the Daily Vibe. I got a lot of beautiful comments from friends after, and T, baby sibling, Eileen, Sammy, and older sibling when I finally told her what happened. But there was a lot of circumstances leading up to it. I was about, I think the time when I got pregnant to the time I was no longer pregnant was 8 days. So a week and a day. And it still broke my heart. It still breaks my heart to this day. I think that's a piece of my heart that I will never, ever heal. Well, it's healed, but it's a scar. There's a scar on my heart. And like I said, I was young, I was in love, and I would have done anything I was told. And then or, and sometimes you don't know how to think for yourself. And when you're that in love, and, I was misplaced trust. And in the end, it was also my decision, but it's perspective. It was the last thing that I never talked to anybody about. I mean, I shared about all my traumas in life, right? That my parents didn't know about, my family didn't know about. But that was the one thing I couldn't share, because that was something I, was a part of. That's something I had a choice in. And there was a lot of shame. There's still a lot of shame because I'm healing that now, but there's also relief. So what I was telling this person is, sometimes you have to heal whatever it is. And, it is perspective. What you put out there is what you're going to get back. Whether you subscribe to that idea or not, think about it. We've talked about this before. You're having a bad day, everything goes wrong. You're having a great day, not everything may go right, but you handle it so much better because you're in a different mindset. And so you're able to just kind of snap and turn it back around, right? That's the opportunities for growth. That's what I was trying to share with that person. That, it's all perspective. If you choose to heal, you are going to heal. But sometimes the habits are so hard to get rid of that, you are literally setting up your own roadblocks. So instead of putting yourself behind the roadblocks, put yourself ahead and look back and say, you know what? I overcame all this stuff. So I don't need the crutches that got me to this place. I'm not going to shame myself for the crutches anymore. I'm just going to feel relieved. I've been trying to figure out what my why is on why I need to make the better choices, why I need the lifestyle change. And I think I don't really know if I have a why. I read a thing today that says if, we had all the answers, there would be no lesson. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe this next part of my journey, along with moving forward, is about discovering what my why is. Maybe my why is me and healing myself and learning how to truly, truly love myself. I feel a bit like a hypocrite because I'm sitting here telling you got to serve from a full cup and blah, blah, blah. And the overflow. Well, when I was blue or feeling down, I fed my cup. I was serving from a very false cup. And I think that's why sometimes I would get drained or tired or just feel like I needed to eat more because, I was filling my cup the wrong way. It was very incorrect the way I was filling it. And, that's not what we need, right? What we need is to fill our cup with self-love, with self-worth, with self-joy, with self-happiness. And Debbie Hall said it too, that, figuring it out is, figuring out your why is important. And it is. And I think that's what I need to work on. I think this is like everyone has their job and then their side hustle, right? So I have my journey, but this is like my side journey. So, but yeah, baby sibling said she really needed these cards. So, again, I'm going to read them one more time. Opportunities for growth. Everything is happening for me and my evolution. I am not a victim of the things that happen. I take ownership of my life and make the best of the challenge along my journey. I see how difficult moments help me to become my best version, and I am thankful for them. And I am, because you know what? I am not a victim. I made a choice, and I let it be like a ball and chain on me. I let it be my anchor. And now that I have exposed myself and shared this part of my life, this very personal part of my life, I think I have found that relief. I don't share things for attention. I share it because, like baby sibling said, there's somebody out there that needs to hear that. But that's not the only message they need to hear. The other thing they need to hear is that, the flip side of that. When your child has a terrible decision that they have to make, or they've made a decision that they're hurting, and they're hurting and they're hurting and they're hurting, don't turn them away. Be there for them. It doesn't matter what your beliefs are. It doesn't matter, what, you might think God might think. Okay? I needed my mom. My mom was not there for me. And I love my mom to bits. I don't want to talk bad about her. But I'm using her as the example because I think that's one of the things that made me carry this. Because I felt more ashamed. And not being able to talk to her about it, not being able to get her forgiveness for what I'd done, it hurt. And this was a year later. This was a year after this had happened, and it just became so hard and so much. So I am telling you, no matter who you are, if somebody comes to you and they're in pain, please don't turn them away. Help them. Even if you don't know how to help them, just be there for them. Just sit there and listen, or maybe you can guide them in the right direction to help them. But I needed my mom, and she wasn't there. She treated it like my depression. She didn't know what to do. So it's just like, we're never going to talk about this again. So, let's see. Debbie says she agrees with that. I use myself as an example for my son. I said, you now know what to do differently. Okay, let's just take it at that. So I guess Debbie's been through that kind of situation, and, it's not that it makes somebody a bad parent or a bad whatever, confidant to somebody. I think sometimes people just don't know how to handle it. Sometimes we just, exactly what Debbie said, we just need to sit and listen, because sometimes that's all the person needs. And, in hindsight, it works out on its own, because now I'm able to help other people with this. It's not easy sharing this stuff. And like I said, I don't do it for attention. I do it because I know where I've been. I know how I feel, and I know how I felt with different things. And my whole purpose is to kind of guide people towards that healing, guide people towards that light that does exist. A lot of people don't think it exists. It exists. I have been through hell and back. And sometimes I still think I might take a visit to hell and then come back, because of some of the shit I put myself through, by overthinking and all this other stuff. But you know what? This is my journey. This is my path. I had a very kind message from Sammy that says, you encourage and inspire me every day. I didn't know I do these things. I sit here. I love to talk. I talk to people. I read off cards that somebody else has written. And, and again, the infinite creativity. At any moment, I'm able to tap into an infinite source of energy and creativity within me. Unique ideas flow through each one, capable of blossoming into beautiful creations. That is your opportunity for growth. When you feel like you are going to take a step back, take a step forward, and, color. This is why I bought myself a coloring book, because right now I am so in a place of shame/relief, which kind of leaves me confused, that I think having something funny to color in is going to help me heal, because it's going to remind me that there are laughs and there are giggles to be had, and then there is a life out there. Yesterday I was like, oh, I don't know if this will ever happen for me or that will ever happen. Today, I'm not worried about it. Whatever is going to happen to me from today on is whatever is going to happen to me. I hope it's good things. Who doesn't want to fall in love and find the person of their life, right? But whatever happens is going to happen. And I'm not going to put so much pressure on myself to make it happen, because you can't make life happen. You can live through it, but whatever is going to happen is going to happen. And so that's why we tune in. Today, before doing what I normally do, I will take a moment to slow down, to place my hands at my heart space, and take a few deep breaths. I will ask myself what I truly want, and I will honor however I am feeling. Honor however you are feeling. So this is what T said. I think some people don't know how to handle what they hear when they are listening. Maybe she said that because she was afraid that you would keep dwelling on it, and she did, she didn't want me depressed. I'm not saying she was right, but she probably didn't know how to help. Exactly. And I exactly agree with T. My mom grew up in the era where you did not talk about depression. And, these kind of all came on the heels of each other. Okay. So, actually, the abortion thing, I talked to her first, and then later it was the depression. So that's actually the timeline for that. But, she didn't, I don't think she knew how to handle it. My mom had an uncle that killed himself when she was a girl. I never knew him, never met him. And I think a lot of it, I was her only child. My mom saw me hooked up to wires after my heart surgery. And And I agree. That's why I say I don't want people to be mad at her, because she was doing the best she could with what she knew how. But that's why I'm telling people now, break that cycle. We have to break that cycle. We have to sit there and be there for people without judgment. My father, it turns out, is very good at that. And I think because, he didn't have the same childhood my mom had. And so, he had to kind of teach himself a lot of things because he had crappy parents. But I think in the long run, he knew sometimes that somebody needs somebody to listen. And he wasn't always that easy. When I first told him about some of my stuff, it's like, well, why are you telling me this? And it's like, you know what? Just sit there and listen, please. Just sit there and listen. That's all I need for you to do. Just sit there and listen. And, it's kind of like, oh, okay, fine. But then when he did, it was kind of like, well, why didn't you tell me this before? And you never know how, right? You never know how to talk to people about things. So I don't fault my mother. I use her primarily as an example of, don't be that person. I have been that person. Baby sibling and I had to have a talk last summer when I came out for Brian's 1-year anniversary. And she's like, you know what? Sometimes I don't want you to say anything. I just want you to sit there and listen to me. And it was hard because I think my mom didn't know how to fix those things. So instead of just listening, she just kind of put it under the rug. Let's sweep it over to here and not worry about it anymore. Because then if I'm not thinking about it, you're not thinking about it. And I really think that's what it was, because my mom and I are fixers. My dad's kind of a fixer too, but he also knows that people are just going to do what they're going to do. So I learned that I can't fix everything. And I learned that sometimes they just need that's where the there comes from. It became our inside joke. So it was just like, okay, they're there, So the last one is, the universe has my back. Okay, hi card deck. But the universe has my back. The universe does have your back. Your higher power, God, whatever you subscribe to, it has your back. You just have to trust it. Okay, you just have to trust it. And there's a stream of love supporting my dreams. So, and yeah, T's right. It, out of sight, out of mind. And, again, we need to break cycles and we need to be better. And that doesn't mean we're bad. We're not bad. But sometimes we just need to be better in what other people need. It's not always what we want and what we see and what we think they should do. Sometimes it's just about being there for them, guiding them in the direction that they need to be guided in if they ask for that, and really just kind of showing that unconditional love. My mom and dad, it's going to sound terrible, but they love me more than anything. I'm their only child. I mean, it took me 5.5 years to come along from the time they got married to the time I was born. And, well, roughly 6, but we'll go with 5.5. But, then I was born with a heart problem. And, the first 5 years of my life were rather, which way is it going to go? It was very 50-50 in my life. And, maybe that's the why. No, I don't know what my why is yet. When I come up with it, I'll let you know. But yeah, so I understand where she was coming from. I understand now. I didn't then, because, you always, people always say, don't watch movies and expect that kind of relationship. Well, I never expected that. What I expected was, don't watch those kind of movies and expect your mom to be Mary Poppins, Oh, definitely sass though. I miss my mom every day. She was a character. She was a character. I think sometimes it was just hard because, my mom was, very, very spiritual. And, I told my dad that there was a lot of times when people would come to her and I would see her do for them what she couldn't do for me. And I think that's why sometimes it hurt, because it's like, well, why can't you be that way with me? But I think it's because she had different expectations. These people weren't her kid. She wanted me to be, I don't know. I can't explain it. But I don't want people to think that I'm speaking bad about her, because I miss her every day. I love her. I get now where she's coming from. I wish I understood it when she was alive, but it's okay, because I do feel her guiding me, and I do feel her. I told you yesterday, I felt this warm flush of love just go through me yesterday while I was talking through all that. And I know that was my mom. You guys know my belief. Like I said, you know my gifts and what I can tap into and whatnot. So I'm very blessed in that way. I'm very, very fortunate. So there are your things to think on Thursday. Tune in. Give yourself opportunities for growth. Opportunities aren't always about business and money. Opportunities are often about, healing yourself, healing the things that drive you crazy. You don't have to have these weird traumas in your life to have things to heal. Sometimes it could be that person that bullied you in high school, and that might be something you need to heal. It could be, an argument you had with your parent or your sibling that never really got resolved, and, you need to heal that. So, that tune in, because your body will tell you what it is that you need to heal, if there is anything to heal, So, there you go. I still need a catchphrase, you guys, to sign off with. So, please, anybody, help me out here. Do a girl a favor and help me out. But anyways, that is our things to think on Thursday. Tomorrow I get my second vaccine shot, and I've been told to wear this. I have a friend that said Pixar didn't happen, so wait for that. That'll be fun. But I guess I'm showing it today because I'm thinking maybe I'll just wear it during my daily vibe tomorrow. We'll see what happens. So anyways, thank you all for hanging in there. I know this was another long one, but I appreciate you all. I appreciate everybody for watching, whether it's live or later. And your that's a good one. Debbie's all Shelly out. Shelly's out. But yeah, she's, that's making me laugh. I might actually try that today. But yeah, just go out there, be you, do you, be happy. Make the choices you need to make that are best for you. And have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. I will talk to you all tomorrow for Glow with the Flow Friday. And, yeah, Shelly out. Maybe. I can't seem to hit stop.